Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, as we welcome you in here to the historic All-Star Arena. I, of course, will be your companion for tonight, the official voice of the Narwhal, James Ward. I am joined on this rivalry night by Crisp McChicken, as well as Meaty Souls between the glass. Meaty, what is the feeling on this rivalry night down there on the ice?
Listen here, Ward. We got a packed house tonight. Fans all in the stands. Big rivalry night. Come from Dip'nChips. We're gonna have a good game in our hands.
Check.
As you heard there, the stands are full. The Narwhals at full strength here for this rivalry night. We've also got an old timer with his jersey in the rafters in tow. Of course, the Narwhals opening season goaltender.
Well, Mr. Handpay. Yeah, that handpay went like this. In one hand and on the blackjack table.
Kobe in the
Led the
stands.
Narwhals to a good 2-9 and a 1-9 season.
A historic player for these Narwhals, no doubt.
Always a packed house on rivalry night.
Rumor in the building is Justin Bain is not in the building, and he's unreachable. Narwhals are going to be short defenseman tonight.
What up, Hal? Dude.
You gotta play for them smart. They got numbers. You gotta be smart. Control the ball. You don't have
Not a fucking play.
You gotta be smart. We gotta play short shifts. Alright?
As we hear some wise words, but Kelly taking a step up in leadership. He has been a key piece.
Oh, nice helmet there. I noticed.
He's been looking real good with all the Power Rangers out for this season.
The weekend was actually a fucking disaster. The minute I got in my truck, fucking Atlantic City. You? Yeah. Guy fucking was 4 a.m. before we made it to Atlantic City.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, puck drop. Yeah, Dip'nChips.
House and White Claws on the way
And
back.
we are underway here, but Kelly with the
Big save by James.
Or-
Covers the puck.
James in net for the Narwhals, able to cover. Narwhals starting with what looks like the Fisher Bros, but Kelly and Little Bill. Here is a defensive zone opportunity here, won by Dip'nChips. They control the energy of the game. And circling back now, behind their own net. Eric Fisher on the forecheck,
You really need another guy.
leaving it for his man. Toe giving advice from the sidelines. And a backhand towards the net, picked up by Little Bill. Sent back, though, an errant pass. Narwhals have not looked crisp thus far. Chasing the puck. There's Little Bill. Oh, and he'll lose it for a moment. Here's Dip'nChips once more, establishing in the zone. Collecting in the corner. Defended there by the BDC. Here's Batelli. Sending it up to Fisher, a good pass there.
Wide.
A lazy shot at that. Here's Little Bill with it momentarily. Dip'nChips to collect now. Loose. Collected by Fisher once more. Up he comes. Here's the BBC sending it in wide.
Or Dip'nChips.
And tap as Dip'nChips breaks the 0 on the scoreboard. And stopping behind his own net. James waits warily. Here's Batelli with it.
Oh, bouncing puck.
That shot wide. Up comes Dip'nChips with some speed now, sending it across. Taramina able to pick that up and send it out. Here's Dip'nChips once more, but Telly with the stick lift and gets the puck away. Here he is, sending it on. Left there, picked up by Eddie Fisher. But Telly is sending it on and off the post. A scrum for it. Here's the BBC right in the slot. One man to beat.
Stay in the play.
And there's the BBC. Batelli all alone in front. On over the left shoulder of the goaltender for Dip'nChips.
I'm rock hard right now.
And nodded at one, thanks to the stick of Batelli.
Don't worry, pal. Let's go.
Little Bill back on the ice.
What a look by Mark.
It is a 1-1 game here. All knotted up here, thanks to the stick of Batelli.
Hey, we got one.
Saved by James. Covers the puck.
You want to be pink? Yeah, I'm going to say.
JT on the ice.
Yep.
That's back.
Coming
Pass
around
back
with
to
it.
the point.
Back up to Little Bill now, who is circling back. Wasting a forecheck. He'll leave it for the BBC, who looks to gain some speed along the boards, and then he goes down. And a power play upcoming as the BBC takes some time on the ground. And a power play opportunity. Here.
I put $200 on there.
Little Bill taking the forward position.
That's draw one. I Dip'nChips. Here's the BBC with it. Little Bill waiting in front. A scrum for it there. Picked up by Dip'nChips. Oh, and yet another penalty, this time on the Narwhals. As Dip'nChips begins to clear their goaltender, but we'll be at full strength here
He got me first.
for about a minute and a half before the Dip'nChip advantage.
Little Bill, the hooking penalty. 3-on-3.
Here is Eric with it. Up he comes, taking his time and shooting wide. Not following up on that shot, as he has been criticized for. And then tapped in there by Batelli. 2/3 of the way to a hat trick there. A 2-1 advantage now for these Narwhals as Dip'nChips.
Oh! Puck out of play there.
Dip'nChips to the advantage now. Some discussion with our favorite ref on the sideline as he comes back to drop the 3-on-3 puck. One there by Dip'nChips.
Yeah, I didn't move. They're still in the exact same spot.
Tom, you see him. Dogs are sitting exactly in front.
Oh, and a good point-to-point pass there. And sending it on, and then a quick grab there. Offensive zone chance here. One by Dip'nChips. Good passing here from Dip'nChips, taking their time. Sending it in deep. Oh, and right in front, not able to convert the slot opportunity there. But coming around the board. Setting up again. Taking their time. Eventually slapped out by the BBC. Will continue to follow.
Yeah.
Chip with incredible possession time despite being down a goal here. And he'll throw it across to his man with some space. Narwhals playing sound defense here. As Dip'nChips goes back once more, and the Narwhals are back to full strength. Bending it all the way down. BBC using the body on the boards. Up comes Eddie Fisher now. Maybe a little hook there, but no call from our favorite ref. Here is Dip'nChips. Once more, a 2-on-2 opportunity. He'll get it to his man.
In the 5-hole James there.
And that'll go through the 5-hole of James there. He tied the game at 2. Just too much pressure, and the Narwhals finally broke. That's all. Once more by Dip'nChips. That may be Bambi.
Good save by James.
A good save there by James. This, again, may be Bambi, as the story once foretold, as he sends it back up and down to his own goaltender. Taking their time, as they often have in this game. 8 with some speed now. Cutting through the Narwhal defense right into James there. He'll collect his own rebound and circle around. Taramina with a poke check, and up comes Batelli, throwing it on. A good block and save there. Dip'nChips. Standing tall is James. Little Bill giving the man in front a shove. Slapping at it in front of the net. And collected by Dip'nChips and gotten to his man at the red line. Taking a slapper there. Does not get through the traffic. A backhand. A lazy one at that. Coming back up to the point now. Throwing it on behind the net. And just tremendous pressure here. Finally relieving it with a pass to Batelli here. Looking for a hat trick, and he'll get it. Delivering on the hat trick is Batelli. The first 3 goals for these Narwhals, and he will break the tie once more. And we were talking about, as Batelli was leading that pregame speech on the ice, how he has stepped up in the loss of the Power Rangers. And again, despite tremendous pressure here from Dip'nChips, Narwhals have the lead thanks to the stick of Batelli. That shot high. And I'll send it down to Meaty Souls to get a report of the energy on the ice, as the Narwhals see Vane joining them.
So Justin Vane just stepped into the building. Must have been some traffic getting through these streets of New York here. The Narwhals are definitely buzzing. They are playing with some fire under their ass. Here comes the BBC.
Up comes the BBC, as you heard from Meaty Souls now, as Ward will take over once more. Batelli Sends a grounded shot into the blocker.
Dip'nChips. Got the puck here. Eric, the Fisher brothers. The Fisher brothers make it happen. Oh, what a save by Dip'nChips.
Good play, Bill. Good play. Special teams, special plays, special players.
Here comes BBC. Oh, little Bill, the turnover. The BBC makes a nice move. And good defense by Dip'nChips here. And big save by James. Dip'nChips. Back to the goalie here. Dip'nChips throwing it down here. Eric on the forecheck. Here comes the BBC with a nice interception. Cannot handle the puck. Bouncing puck. No, still the goalie for Dip'nChips is getting heated. He's softer than 10-ply.
And some frustration showing there, as you heard from our man on the ice. But we saw some first two team puck up in the air. Dip'nChips handing it up. And we, of course, remind you this is a front yard trampoline production. And we thank our production crew in the background for bringing you this fantastic broadcast tonight. There's the BBC. Does not get through the traffic that time. Sends it back up to Little Bill as the Narwhals start to establish some possession here. Routine safe. Lee Fisher provides the forecheck. A lazy one at that. An errant pass there, but collected by Dip'nChips nonetheless, along the boards now. Oh, and trying to stuff it in James's hole there. Here comes the BBC, though. Jumped over a stick. Sending it all the way down. To be collected by the Chips. A man advantage down here, momentarily. Here comes Matelli. He's had the hot stick tonight. Throws another one wide. Kelly stays on the forecheck. Here's 21 for Dip'nChips. Gets around Vane, who sees his first ice time tonight. Oh, that pass picked off there by Dip'nChips. Here's Dip'nChips. And held there by James. On comes Tara.
You guys need one more. One more.
Me. And late to come on is Eric Fisher, right as the puck is dropped. Dip'nChips sending it back down to their goaltender, who will give it up and send it into the Narwhal zone. Dip'nChips sending it around. Crossing the red line here finally. Oh, beautiful one-timer there, right in the slot. A lapse in the null. But not much James can do as the Narwhal defense opens and Dip'nChips slides in. A 3-3 game here. Here's Dip'nChips. They dominate the possession tonight. Aramino waddling back. Throwing on there. And a routine glove save for James.
We got a 3-3 game here. 4 minutes and 30 seconds left. Dip'nChips.
Slapping at it is Eric Fisher. Nothing doing there. And thrown on to some traffic in front. Vane will collect for the moment, but he'll have it taken away. That shot wide, though. And here's Eric Fisher. Making it up past the red line now. Tons of chips around him, and he'll have it poked away. 2-on-2 opportunity for Dip'nChips. But Telly in front of the net. Still possessing it. More Dip'nChips.
Upcoming penalty on the Narwhals. And extra attacker, Dip'nChips score.
Dip'nChips converts, making it a 4-3 game. Here is Eric Fisher now, leaving it for Batelli, perhaps. Batelli did not expect that one. But up come the chips now. Eric Fisher slapping at it. 2:44 remains. A 4-3 advantage for Dip'nChips. Yet another defensive zone draw here. Batelli to take the draw, and the Narwhals finally win one here. Here's the BBC with it. Sends it around to Vane, who has not participated much tonight. Leaves it for the BBC. Eddie Fisher in front, who can corral that pass from Batelli. Oh, a soft pass there. Does not make it to the BBC. And sending it down are the Chips. He's got a man across. Routine save originally. Here's Vane with it. A man trailed him. Gets it to Batelli. Up come the Chips. A scrum in front.
Man up! Man up!
The Chips scrumming in front. Right in the grill of James here. BBC coming out with it. Sending it all the way down. And here are the Chips once more. Rolling it down on the stick of the BBC. After the Batelli shot and shot on the rebound by Eddie. Covered there by the Dip'nChip goal. Offensive zone draw here. Lost by the Narwhals. Still a 4-3 game in favor of the Chips. Here's Batelli, though. Time ticking down on this first half. That shot high.
The period is over.
And the first half has ended with a 1-goal advantage for Dip'nChips.
I know. I get that we're trying to play all.
And that first half brought to you by Verizon. You're not a Narwhal when you're hungry. And we will now turn the mic over to our man between the glass, the man on the ice, Edie Soul.
We got Little Bill here
I'll be ready to
in
roll.
between.
Fucking miserable. No interviews at this time.
The Narwhals are declining an interview. So we're going to go to Fastback.
2-0 Islanders. Kyle Palmieri.
Sorry to hear that.
And Casey Zizekas. Looking for a 6th straight win.
You heard it here. Islanders are winning. So that's our mid-game interview.
Special team, special play.
I love the contract. Contract came down today. I know. I wondered. I think I did my little
Don't tell me you did it again.
No. My wheels are gone. My wheels are.
You want to stay up there?
What are we doing with the phone? Yeah, that's it.
I'm using the mic.
And a quick
Wow, we're married. Wow. They're really fucking throwing everybody in there tonight.
half as our first favorite ref here gets us ready for the second half. A 1-goal advantage for Dip'nChips. And of course, we remind you to hit like, subscribe, comment to all FYT Productions. Eric Fisher on his knees working with the puck. That does not work out for him. Here are Dip'nChips once more. Right through the crease here. Slapped away by Vane. Here's the BBC. Slapped away there by the Narwhal defense, the BBC and Vane alike. Oh, coming across with it, a beautiful one-timer.
Nothing James can do.
Coming
about
off
that.
the stick of a Dip'nChip, extending their lead to 2.
Whenever you're ready, buddy.
And you wonder if that short halftime did not allow these Narwhals to reset here. Batelli losing the draw. Again, the Chips have dominated in time of possession and pressure on the Narwhal goaltender. As he faces some more here, but a good shoulder save. Here's the BBC with it, and Taramina looking to pick up speed. Batelli loses it momentarily, but here's the BBC. Looking to get in the spot, carrying it too wide there and loses it. Of course, Vane's head is in the way. That's all he's good for. Here are the Chips. Oh, and he'll just leave it there. Batelli on the chase. But crisp passing from the Chips. BBC will pick up an errant pass, getting around one man and another. Not able to create much. We'll lose it. Puck just left there. Here's Batelli getting it to Little Bill. Bending it on through traffic, does not get there. With the BBC behind the net. We'll lose it. Up come the chips. Taramina slapping at it. And Taramina does not seem to be able to stop his momentum. And turn on a dime, as they say. That puck chipped off the stick of the BBC. He did the forecheck. Again, Bane in the way. He's not good for much, but he's good for that. There's Taramina trailing. Little Bill on his knees. Takes a moment to get up. And a 2-on-1 opportunity here for the BBC and Batelli. Not a. Oh, and they will convert there.
No goal.
Excuse me, no goal. We thank our man between the glass for having that keen eye. Narwhals not able to cut the lead as it remains a 5-3 game. Put on and a routine save. We will reset once more. There's Little Bill along the boards. Sent all the way down to James, who sends it wide. Will be collected by a chip nonetheless. And up they come right into the slot here through a lot of traffic. And up comes Eddie. Gets it to Batelli. And then off the post and in as the Narwhals, off the stick of that hot Batelli, cut the lead to 1. Full goal for him tonight. And it cannot be understated. Now that man has stepped up in the loss of the Ranger, leading this Narwhal team to a 7-1 start. And they get back around the boards. Here are the chips. Up they come, crossing the red line, off the skate of Little Bill. Slapping it on there, does not get through traffic. Oh, and sending a grounder wide right there are the chips. From right in front of the net, Eddie Fisher will leave it for Little Bill. Going across to the BBC, leads him well, but he will lose it. A 2-on-1 opportunity now, just Little Bill to go. They add a third man in, and up comes the BBC to give help there. James covers. Narwhals do not look for a shift change, lest the BBC. And on comes Vane. Draw one there by the chips. Getting it across. Rolling it right on into the slot. Oh, and James just not ready for that one. Right through the 5-hole once more, and standing straight up was James. Not often is he caught off guard, but he was there. And now the lead 6-3, and feeling a little more daunting for these Narwhals, as you can see the energy just sapped out of them. We will throw it down to Meaty Souls here as we look for a report on the bench. What is the morale like on that bench there, Meaty?
Narwhals are definitely feeling a little frustrated here. Like they're not really letting up a lot of 3-on-1s here. Not good for James. Not much we can do here.
Here's Batelli with it once more. Little Bill throwing it on and then chasing. Batelli along the board, able to corral it and finding Eric right in front. Not able to get enough on that shot. And here's Vane, who will send it around the boards. No, he'll keep it. Oh, and an ill-advised pass there. Whiffing on that backhand, though, and a 2-on-1 opportunity. Off comes Little Bill. And it appears as though, yes, Batelli has put in his 4th of the night. Cutting the lead to 2.
6 on my back, fellas.
The score is 6-5.
Excuse me, the score is 6-5. The lead just 1 for the chips.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm about to throw up there, so that's me to throw.
Here are the chips. Taramina to give chase. Looking to use some of that Disney World magic. Did not capture it there. That shot will go off the boards. And the chips will find the back of the net once more. Seemingly erasing the work of Batelli. A 7-5 advantage now for Dip'nChips. Narwhals need on the chips. The chips keeping the pressure on here. Putting it across. Throwing it off the post and seemingly off James's shoulder and then in, but a 3-goal advantage once more. And a deflated looking Narwhal team, as they have not held the lead since early in the first half.
Yo, Fish, can you give me another 30? Hey, hey, we're in this, Fish. Keep our fucking heads up. Play the game we know how to fucking play.
Batelli looking to rally the troops.
13 fucking minutes left, boys. That's plenty of fucking time. We've been down by less with less fucking. We've been down more in less fucking time. Yo, everybody, guys. One on four.
Not working.
Guys, come on.
As far as defense goes, the score on 4 fucking days.
Everybody know what that is?
Dude, we gotta get closer to those shots. I can't see it. Yeah, you can't.
Hey, we're in this. Let's go.
And after a rallying speech from Batelli, we of course remind you to like, subscribe, follow, comment, do all the things onto your FYT page on all platforms.
Hands together. Right on the right where you put a chance in.
I don't even put my hands together.
Oh, I just do that. You can put more force on it instead of going like this. Oh, you're dick. All right.
And of course, we do not forget to remind you to tune in to Content Fantasy every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eddie Fisher to take the draw now. His brother to his right, he will lose it. But Telly remains on the bench. You wonder if the Narwhals looking to save him for the final minutes as the Dip'nChips, after that rallying cry from Batelli, able to just walk right in, slice through the Narwhal defense and put one over the shoulder of James as the lead extends to 4. Once more, the draw won by the Chips. And getting right in front, but saved there by James. The savior for the Narwhals back on the ice. Eric Fisher to the bench. There's Batelli with it off the draw. A 2-on-2 opportunity in the zone. Cannot get that shot off. Tied up on the boards now. Here are the chips. Along the boards, now down goes the BBC with no explicable reason. Still on his knees. He is not used to this. BBC will look to stay on. Excuse me, that was Eddie Fisher going down. But Telly to take the draw. He will lose it, as most Narwhals have. Rolling it up the boards now. Here's the BBC with it. Looks for Vane and finds him. Vane sends it up the boards to the BBC. Slight forecheck here from the chips. But creating space is the BBC. Crossing the red line now. And leaving it for Vane, who looks for the slapper. And a good one on there. Don't see many good slappers there from Vane, but there was one there. Oh, the BBC looks for Eddie across and he whiffs. Vane comes up to collect it. But the chips play hard at the point and disrupt that. And finally a cover with 10:40 remaining. Narwhals need 4 goals to tie. Telly to take the draw once more and lose it once more. Here are the chips, sending it down. And Batelli coming up with it now. A good blocker save. Gains the shot from the red line. And just some sloppy looking passing from these Narwhals as Eddie gets it to Vane. It's a slapper that misses. That's what we're used to. There's Batelli taking his time. He's done plenty for these Narwhals tonight. Does he have a little more? Down he goes. No call from our favorite ref.
No, there was a call there. 9 minutes left.
And it looks as though the Narwhals will get a power play after the penalty against Batelli. Feels like the Narwhals need one here to get back within range. Little Bill with it now. Batelli in the deep corner. BBC comes up to collect. Gets past a few men and in deep. Trying to go across, he cannot through the traffic. And sent all the way down. Stopped by James. That'll count as a save. Here's Little Bill, leaving it for Batelli.